Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be going over the 1.3.0 patch notes for the finals. Now, in the Discord, they said this was a big update, but it's not really. There are a couple of things here that I was expecting that aren't here, so I'm just going to go through these quickly. So, patch notes 1.3.0. The first patch of Season 1 is chock full of quality of life improvements and general fixes. The one everyone here is most happy about, the doors in Vegas won't open in the wrong direction anymore. That was so annoying. That was annoying. This only happens sometimes. I think for the most part when I open doors on Vegas, they just open properly. But I think I did encounter this like once. But there you go, it's been fixed now anyway. Here are the highlights we think you will care about the most. So there are other things here that they haven't put in, but they must have been like really, really small, so they're probably not going to be so impactful. Or so noticeable anyway. You can now see your actual position in the leaderboards once you have played a ranked match. That's good. Before, if you went to the rank tab, it would just show you the top players, but now I guess there's like a section where you can see where you are on the leaderboards. Change requirements for unranked tournaments from 12 to 6 matches. That's a fantastic change. Having to play like a bunch of games to unlock the tournament mode, and then also having to play a bunch of games to unlock the ranked mode is a bit too much. So now you only have to play half as many matches to unlock the ranked mode, and that's a very, very good change. I like that a lot. The recent tab in the social screen is now working, so there you go. You can see players that you've played with recently now as well, so that's good. Fixed some crash instances. That's very, very good. My game's been crashing a lot. I don't like it. Crashers aren't fun. And that's been fixed now. So we're going to have to see if it still keeps crashing. Nvidia got an update on their drivers for the finals, and I think that didn't help the experience so much. I've seen a lot of people saying that it made their performance worse. AMD hasn't got an update yet. I'm on AMD, but hopefully when the update does come out, that also helps the game just run a bit more smoothly, because it does stutter sometimes. You do get some frame drops in there, so hopefully that's going to happen. And you know, it would be nice if there was a performance update for the finals itself, but AMD should also be able to help with that a bit as well, so just I myself am on AMD and I just have to wait for that update. Anyway, animation improvements to movement feel to get closer to the OB experience. A lot of people have said the movement feels slower since the open beta. I haven't really noticed it, but I guess it just maybe looks a bit slower because the movement wasn't actually changed. And now we've got some movement animation changes, so it's going to feel a bit better. Fixed a bug where some doors in Vegas would open in the wrong direction. That's the same one they highlighted at the start. Hold interactions that are started while moving will no longer be interrupted prematurely. I don't really know what this means. I don't think I encountered it. But there you go, that's been fixed as well. And then OCE/SA server regions are selectable on all platforms, so that's nice there as well. If you're in those regions, you can now select them individually on like console and on PC. So that's a nice little one there as well. So, you know, there are supposed to be more things here, because these are just the ones that we're going to care about the most. It would have been nice to get the whole patch notes, but they must have been very, very, very minor for us to not have got them. So I suppose it's okay. But there you go. I was expecting some like proper nerfs and buffs here. The FCAR needs a buff. That was something I was expecting here. I was expecting the mag size to be increased by like 4 or 5. When they nerfed the V9S, they nerfed it by 4 bullets, so I think they might buff the FCAR by 4 bullets, or, you know, maybe 5 or 6 or something. But it definitely needs just a very small buff to the mag size, and that would make it like a lot more usable, a lot more on par with the AKM. So I was expecting to see that here. That wasn't in here. There were no proper like balancing changes in this, and they're probably just giving it a bit more time before they change anything, which makes sense, but the FCAR definitely 100% just needs a buff. And then I was also expecting a region lock here. Another thing Embark Studios need to do is region lock China. They just need to do that. During the open beta, there are a lot of cheaters. You ran into a lot of cheaters, and a lot of them were from China. That's just how it is, because culturally in China, cheating is just kind of accepted. That's just how the culture works. So people from China aren't going to stop cheating, and they're coming to different servers that aren't theirs because they're going to run into fewer cheaters, and it's going to make their games easier to win, right? Because if they play in China, they're just going to play against other cheaters. So, like, that's a bit unfortunate, but to prevent it, we just need a region lock. So I was expecting to see that here. Like, if you look at the leaderboards right now, like, the top 50 players are all from China. They all have Chinese characters in their username, and that's just because they're all cheating, right? But I think that what's more likely is there is going to be a ban wave, and Embark are leaving it a bit late so that the cheaters don't know what made them get caught. So I think there's going to be like a massive ban wave, but also there should just be a region lock too. So hopefully we'll see that next time. But anyway, this is probably going to be longer than it needs to be. Here's the patch notes. There you go. Now you know what they are. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be it for this video. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Farewell.